Oh, certainly it stinks. And I'll tell you what else stinks. And it's the left who can't even play by their own silly rules. The race-obsessed activists wanted hate speech laws, particularly in the UK. You got cops harassing people over misgendering someone on X. But now some of those same activists are being prosecuted under these laws. And check out this report from Channel 4.
Last year, teacher Mariha Hussein lost her job after she was pictured holding a placard depicting Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman at the bottom of a coconut tree. She is now the subject of a police investigation into whether she committed a hate crime. Do you now accept that some people today would find the placard to be offensive?
I think that although some language and statements may be pejorative, it doesn't make it racist. Coconuts. Brown on the outside, white supremacist values on the inside.
But Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman would be offended by that. They would say that they are not white supremacists and they do not share any values whatsoever with those kinds of people. There are some experts who might say they find the placard to be, racially inappropriate, even racist.
Some of the things that Suella Braverman at the time, the Home Secretary at the time, was saying was so inflammatory, and it was racist. I remember so clearly was when she said that grooming gangs were predominantly Pakistani men, being of Pakistani origin.
I'm sorry, but you don't get to be racist to Suella Braverman because she spoke a truth you don't like. Cara, it's amazing to see the left outraged that the hate crime laws they champion could be used against them. And let's not mince words here. In recent months, most of the hate speech in the UK has been directed in one direction, and that's at the Jewish community.
That's right. I mean, look, I find it delicious when these so-called anti-racists get exposed for being the biggest racists of all, which most of us with common sense realise is the case. These are people who want to use and amplify hate speech laws to target speech that they don't like, but speech that is genuinely hateful. And there were some examples there in that clip calling people of colour, like the former Home Secretary and the British Prime Minister, coconuts, because she doesn't agree with their stance. Obviously a racist term, which she's in denial over now because she just didn't like what they said. They want to be able to get away with any of that because it suits their political views. It's time that these people woke up to the fact that they're not these anti-racist crusaders that they think that they are, and that the very laws that they think will silence other people who don't share their views may be used against them.
And this clip, this report, I should say, really shows just how useless these hate speech laws are. Of course, Scotland's outgoing First Minister, Humza Yousaf, will be remembered for bringing them in to Scotland. And ironically, when he brought them in, he was then subjected or reported to the police for them. So it just shows that it's wasting all these police resources. I know we spoke about J.K. Rowling before, but she, of course, has been advocating against them and been calling out how useless they really are and the fact that they don't protect women either. So, of course, we're just seeing that the left fight over each other on this one.
But I think this is the way you have to tackle it because you need to hold them to account and use their own hate speech laws to do it. Otherwise, it's just a weapon to attack Conservatives with. When it actually comes back at them, they perhaps may rethink the merits of having such laws in place.